We just stand for the pledge.
Freeport Township.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll for us.
Kathy Alton. Here. Nikki Bender.
Here.
Belinda Cook.
Here.
Joy Sellers.
Here.
Patrick Sellers.
Here,
We have a quorum.
we have a quorum, okay. The first order of business is the approval of minutes for the November 18th, 2019 meeting. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Alden, second by Sellers. Please take a look at the minutes if you haven't already.
Sorry. Did I start? Sorry. Did you do it after I did?
Everybody yawning?
I thought about it. Yeah. Working
Are there any questions on the minutes?
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is approval of bills payable. May I have a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Alden, second by Sellers. Please take a look at bills payable.
Is this personal, this NCP Peers group, is that a personal payment or is that a township payment? On page 2?
On page 2.
It's actually on page 1.
Page
We
1.
got them backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, do I? Yep. Okay.
That's life insurance.
Yeah, I think that's the one that we pay for out of our checks if we want them.
Right,
Is what we pay, and then Liz cuts the check to the company.
right.
Oh, is it only that much?
Yeah, there's only a couple people, I think,
Mhm.
that, yeah, it's pretty minimal, it's a cheap policy.
Oh, yeah, real cheap. Okay.
All right. Are there any questions on bills payable, trustees?
Just
No.
to ask a
Hold on.
question, is there a, oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Is there a reason you order from Staples and not get from Wagner's? They don't have what you're looking for?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they
Oh.
don't. Yeah, sometimes they have what we need and sometimes they don't. We have to
Okay.
get them from Staples, so.
No, I see you back in the water business again, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Steady and-
What's the top we put on water bills?
$340,
Huh?
$340. That's the maximum. We dropped from, what, 600
Yeah.
down to 340. All right. Madam,
Coming in.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alden.
Aye.
Cook.
Yes.
Bender.
Aye.
Sellers. Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passes. The next order of business is the discussion of ordinance 2019 T002 tax levy for fiscal years 2020 and 2021. We don't need motion and second and stuff, do we?
No, it's already been moved and
Okay.
seconded at the last meeting.
Okay. I'm going to hand out the final one
Oh, so we
as
don't
we
need
get,
these?
no,
Oh.
as we get our final disbursement.
You know, Mr. Chair, can I correct myself? Looking at the minutes of the last meeting, it just reflects only a motion to postpone.
Okay.
So
We had the
should-
motion before, though.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
Normally, we do it.
You
Yeah.
have it in your
First
book if
time
you
it's
wanna vote.
introduced. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
And this is the,
Do I need a motion?
No,
No?
she said we made it 2 meetings
Made
ago.
it 2 meetings
Oh,
ago.
okay.
take a look at it. If you have any questions, please let me know. we plan to vote on it at the next meeting. The next meeting is
It's
the 16th.
December 16th.
December 16th.
Yeah, and it has to be
Was a
filed.
motion made 2 meetings ago.
It's a motion made, right?
Yeah.
So the differences between the one we got a few weeks ago and the one we just received, what accounts for those?
What accounts for the differences
Yeah, like,
as far as?
well, so like liability insurance fund was 46,000 on the initial and now it's 39,000.
How did we?
Or like general town fund was 482, now it's 503. Like, some are lower, some are higher. Just curious why.
Let me see here. This is the old one. I met with Liz and ask her, I'll ask her that question, trustee Cook. Yes.
Can I, when you and I met with Liz,
Mhm.
so, we had talked about that the general corp fund is capped at the
Right.
Right.
25% or something of the, so, because we're tight on that and we.
Which one are you talking about? Leah?
The one
I
that
mean,
went from the
I mean,
482, 805
Mhm.
to the 503,
Mhm.
217.
Mhm.
The overall though is the same, right, Patrick,
Mhm,
as
it's all the
last
same.
year's levy?
Mhm.
So we're not levying for any more money than we did last year. But because the rate is capped for corporate fund, she decided to put the maximum she could in the corporate fund. Because with GA, we're not capped if we need to be, and with some of the other ones. So I think where she thought we could take it from would be from insurance. So that
Mhm.
way, we still didn't go over what we levied last year. Am I correct? You would recall the same thing, Patrick,
Yes.
when we talked?
Mhm.
And is it easier to grab from one line item versus another?
Well,
From-
this one, we can't add to we can only put so much in the, and Mike, if I'm wrong.
No, you're correct.
Okay.
The statute establishes a maximum tax rate.
Mhm.
And the rate is always the rate, it's a mathematical computation between the amount of money you ask for versus the totalized, equalized assessed valuation. But the EAV always changes every year. It's
Okay.
not consistent. Sometimes it goes up, well, Freeport area. Usually it goes down. You know, the property values are declining, so the total EAV goes down. Usually, not always. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're correct.
And so the rate, that's how you get your rate, and you gotta compare with the money you ask for, you know, divided by the total AV, what that gives you compared to what, you can't get more than what the statute says. So if it's less, you gotta adjust it.
So is that why we're getting a new,
Mhm.
because we didn't have it at the numbers?
No, we didn't have the last disbursement.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna do something real quick.
And that makes a difference too.
Right, because the disbursement tells us how much, we can't go over the that's the CPI.
Without you're limited
Truth
under,
and taxation.
on the property tax caps law.
Mhm.
PTEL, Property Tax Extension Limitation Law. It limits us to an increase of no more than, the lower of the CPI urban, Consumer Price Index urban, or 2.5%, I think. And it's always the CPI, it's always been a lot lower than 5%.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why the numbers look different like that. We didn't add anything more to it. She just shifted
Right.
up to the general corporate town
Well, also
fund.
like, cause the total on the previous one was 975 and this is 995. That's just because this was an estimate of what the taxes would be
Mhm.
and this is the reality.
Mhm.
Right.
Good question.
So, okay.
That's my only question.
Any more questions? Okay, well, we will be looking to vote on this at the next meeting on December 16th. So do I need another vote to postpone till then,
It
Mike?
would be safer to postpone it to them because I think our last motion postponed it till today.
Okay.
So we should bounce it to the
I'll
next
entertain a
meeting,
motion to postpone until
December 16th.
December 16th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Sutton, second by Bender. Voice vote or roll call?
Voice vote's fine.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Next order of business is the supervisor report. I'm going to hand out our final disbursement. I took them here, find it.
Yes, thank you.
I have a, come here, Paul. I have a meeting set tomorrow with the VACSC.
Meeting.
The VAC.
Oh, there you go.
I want to.
Oh, made it
Better
in one.
assistance.
Yes, Veteran Assistance
Okay.
Commission. I want to talk to Marlon and to Mr. Eisenhower and see what their needs are, and if we can help address some of the needs that they may have. There are a couple other meetings that I'm going to set. One with Voices. I want to hear about their services and if there's any way we can collaborate and partner with them as well.
They're
Um,
amazing.
Yes, yes, they are.
really are.
Yes, they are.
Chris, she's been there a long time.
So you're gonna meet with VAC and with Voices?
And with Voices,
on, for a
How-
grant?
How
Possibilities,
is
yes.
the senior center?
I want to meet with them as well too. They're doing well. They've the funds that we gave them, I think they're pretty exhausted. They're exhausted. They're probably gone by now. So I would like to talk to the board about possibly helping them again in the upcoming year.
What about the youth services?
Working on that as well. I'll be meeting with the superintendent from the school district. I want to talk with her about anything that they may see as a need, and maybe even get a meeting with some of the family resource coordinators and see.
What
About
about Boys and
that.
Girls Club? That's something different?
Possibility. Yeah.
They seem very well funded though, yes?
Who?
Boys and Girls Club?
Oh, I don't think.
The last time I spoke with Mr. Ryan, this was a couple years ago, he said there's not money that they need volunteers.
Oh.
Yeah, they seem well funded.
Mhm.
Like we do a lot of, with the art museum, collaborations with them, and it's always a shared funding.
Mhm.
There's never a lack of, it's really, more about like who will teach
Who
it.
would teach it, right? So that's the thing, so yeah.
So those are the only two youth organizations that we have out there, is the school
Mhm.
district and what, okay.
So
Wow.
I want to
With
make
us
sure that
going
we
into
are.
the winter season, the VAC is probably gonna have a lot more, let's say, sick people that they have to take out
Well,
to Madison, do you think?
what we are getting, a lot of phone calls from veterans that need roof repairs. Roof repairs in their homes and things like that. And there's no service out there to help them because that's something that I don't think the VAC does. So I just want to talk to her about what needs they're seeing and if we can maybe help fill some of those
That
needs.
would be nice.
That seems like something where maybe you could, I don't know how that would work, but like a local roofer maybe would want to be involved
Absolutely.
and do it in
A
a
couple
charitable
of
way as
Uh-huh.
at a lower rate. or
Absolutely.
something like
Yeah, a couple of them.
And that would be at the VAC's discretion.
Right.
Because if it's through us, there's prevailing wage, right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
So that would have to be
That's
at the VAC's discretion who they
And
would.
the
something like that,
Corporation
if they decided to do something like that.
Prevailing wage would apply to.
Oh, to them as well.
Sure, they're
Right.
governmental.
I'm sorry, yeah, so, yeah, they would have to do it too, so.
The ones that did our roof a couple of years ago, put a metal roof or steel roof on, they gave us a discount, because Dave was a veteran.
But,
Mike, would that be, so what her offering, or a roofer offering it to do it at a discount would not be appropriate for a municipality or governmental entity because of prevailing wage?
I'd have to look into it in more
Right.
detail to
If
see
they're
what's going on.
locally
If they're
owned.
private, oh, you can't do private.
If it's a contract entered into by a governmental entity,
Right.
we are bound
We're
by
bound.
prevailing wage. And we have to ensure that the contractor pays its employees
Uh-huh.
the prevailing wage.
Oh, okay.
right, so,
Oh, okay.
And does it have to be in Illinois? Can it be right across the state line?
It doesn't matter who we enter into a contract
Okay.
with, prevailing wage applies here.
right.
And theirs might be more than ours.
You never
Or
know.
is it all the same?
No, the feds have their own prevailing wage, which applies to like the housing authority. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
use Illinois. They have I can't remember the name of the federal law, but it's equivalent. It may not be the same rates though.
Okay, all right. The next order of business is assessors report,
I have nothing to report today.
okay? Next order of business, trustees report, trustees.
The hunger luncheon you mentioned?
Yes, hunger luncheon.
What's up with that?
Would you like to go?
Maybe when, it's what
The
time, what day of the week?
It's, December 12th,
Yes.
and it's at 11, I'm
11:30?
thinking, 11:30, I'm thinking, around that time.
Where?
It's at the Wagner House.
Wagner House. It's up on the third floor.
That's a Thursday.
Yes, it's a Thursday.
Is it a Thursday? Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely a
Friday is
Thursday.
13.
So if you guys are interested, please let me know, because we'd like to get
How
the,
soon? Very soon? Yeah. Lots of luck.
okay. Anybody else interested?
How much are the tickets?
25.
No.
No?
Is
Okay.
that something that the township will pay
Yes.
for? Okay. All right.
I'd have to get with you tomorrow.
Okay. Because I'm thinking there's eight
Seats.
seats at a table. So let me know as soon as you guys can. Okay?
You going, Michael?
A
No,
week after surgery? I don't
Oh,
think
I
so.
don't think so. No.
he's in a cross-country ski to Freeport.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any public comments? No? Any other business coming for the town? I entertain a motion to adjourn until December 16th.
Slow move.
You just
Second.
couldn't do it. 'cause,
Motion by Sellers, second by Cook.
Melinda Cook.
Yes. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.